Good morning and welcome to my hobby bench once again. It's definitely been a few days since I've made a video. It's been a few days since I've felt 100% also. Just haven't been feeling well. Getting over a cold, serious cold, and I'm one of those people that never gets sick. Never. In fact, the last time I can even remember having an illness of any kind was almost 5 years ago. So this was unusual for me, but the 6 days preceding the 3 days of this, or 4 days of this, was filled with chainsawing down trees with my family, cutting those trees up and throwing them in a chipper. So my body was definitely in need of some rest, and rest was forced upon me, and I still probably don't even sound 100%, but I feel well enough to make this video because I'm behind on videos. I've been servicing engines. So let's get with it. So this video, in one, I think it was the Mega Mount or Mega Motors, Mega Gears, whatever, the Proton control systems Mega Mount that I purchased and made a video on. I think in that video is where I mentioned, hey, they make these little display stands also, and I may just go ahead and order some. Well, I did that, and they're called Mega Stand Model Engine Display Sets from Proton Control Systems. And I've got the bag right here. I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm going to open it here for the first time. And like I said, I don't normally do reviews of any sort, but these are kind of interesting. And I wanted to show you showing these for the first time. Oh, okay, these are pretty cool. These are the standard version. They come in two. So you get 5 stands for $24. I think that $4 is shipping and $20 for this. So what this tells me right away, and these are really large. They're a lot larger than I thought. I mean, they have the dimensions on there, but I really didn't pay that much of attention to them. They have the Mega Stand, and then they have one that's called something smaller. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. But these the Mega Stands that I purchased use screws to hold their stuff in place, and the other one just used let's see here. Yeah, it's called the Mega Stand Lite version, and it just used instead of having screws, it used a zip ties, and it's like, well, I don't want to have to do that because if I want to take the thing off the stand, I have to cut the zip tie. So I chose to go with the 5 Mega Stands that are the standard. So opening, oh wow, okay, I thought those would be in a bag, individually bagged. Oh, they were, they just weren't sealed. So it looks like a lot of the hardware just came flying out because it wasn't sealed in a bag. It was just in a bag, in a bag, in a bag. So it looks like you get, let me zoom in here a bit more. Get these nice stands out. I guess that feels like the same material that the engine mount was made from. And I am absolutely convinced now, and it comes with different size hardware, so if you've got smaller engines or if you have a larger engine. I'm absolutely convinced that these are 3D printed parts, which is fine for a display stand, but I have serious concerns about using a 3D printed part now as an engine mount. I mean, can a 3D part withstand the vibrations and the rigors of being in an airplane and flight? I don't know. And quite honestly, I'm not sure I want to test it now either, but I'm not sure. So I've got an engine here. This is my Sato FA120, and I just kind of want to throw this on here and say yes. That does look like, that's a nice size stand for this engine. It's not overwhelming. It's, it's appropriately sized, and of course I've got all the hardware here. You can put all the screws in and do all of that. So that looks all well and good. However, now that I'm seeing how long these are, it might kind of make putting a small engine like this OSFS 20 kind of might dwarf that a bit. So I'm not seeing the light version. It looks like they're both the same length. So I don't know, maybe the light version is a little bit smaller, shorter in length. I'd have to pull that up and check. I don't really want to do that right now. But I mean, as far as the display stand go, these look really high quality. And they'd be awesome. They are awesome. You've got all kinds of slot adjustments there. And a very nice set of stainless steel. It looks like stainless steel hardware. So you're getting really good quality hardware there. It looks to me, hard to tell, that looks like that's metric thread. But I mean, so yeah, the big screws obviously go through there very well. And that's why you have this set of smaller screws too. Let's see if this one was not sealed. Looks like that bag may have just not been sealed. But yeah, and then you've got the smaller screws to fit in the smaller lugs for smaller engines. So obviously they give you two sets of hardware, one for large engines and one for small. Excuse me. But I mean, it looks like a really quality product. So if you got engines without boxes, and I don't like to have engines without boxes, but sometimes it just happens. Here's a great way to store them on a shelf, and then you could look at them also a lot easier. So for $24, you get 5 of these stands. So you know, very minimal investment, and you've got stands for engines. So anyway, that's my short video for today, and I think I really like these. I'm just not certain how well they're going to work for holding up to in-flight operation in an operational aircraft, especially if you're using a 4-stroke engine. Of course, the 4-stroke engine I would have been using for that is probably this one, an FS20 or something small. A 120, I don't know that I would trust a 3D printed mount for a 120. I don't know that I would do that. But anyway, thank you all for watching.